Hi everyone, Mike here. Today I want to talk about the heart, and why it's important to get back to thinking and feeling with our heart, especially at this time. It reminds us that everything is connected, nothing is separate. Everything within this geosphere, everything on the earth, trees, all the humans, everything that you can see around you, flora and fauna, is all connected. Take a look at this magnificent hoop pine here behind me. I don't know how old it is, but it's pretty amazing. But we're connected to this stuff. We know this because of entanglement, quantum physics. We know that we all came from the same energy, and we're all in different forms, but at the end of the day we're made of the same energy, and we can influence each other, and we can influence the planet, and the planet influences us because of this. So I want to talk about the heart and what the Heart Math Institute in California has been doing, and then I want to step you through a gratitude meditation that involves the heart. So the Heart Math Institute in the last 20 years has been recording and measuring the human heart and our emotions and what everything means when all this goes on. So this is not, I'm talking spiritually, yes, but I'm not talking just spiritually. This is fact, this is science, because it's repeatable and measurable. So we know that our hearts is a brain. So now we have a brain in our chest as well as our cranial brain, and some say there's a brain in our gut as well. And we can think and feel with our heart. In fact, we used to, and still the indigenous culture still practice this, but as Western world, we seem to have forgotten this. So here's a good reminder of how we can get balance and harmony to ourselves and back on the planet as a collective by doing these practices. So we measure our electromagnetic forces and our electricity that comes out of our bodies, and our cranial brain and our heart brain are quite different. The heart has around 100 times the EMFs as our cranial brain, so it's quite amazing. There's huge nerve centers in the heart and ganglia, and it actually stores and remembers things. Makes you think about when we say, something like, "I thank you from the bottom of my heart," or "I love you from the bottom of my heart," and that was heartfelt story, or whatever it is. Where did these sayings, where did this language come from? It's always been there, and like I say, HMI has been involved with some indigenous people and their spiritual practices to see that they're still carrying this stuff on, and they've put people in different brain states, different brain waves, like I spoke about last week, during meditation, and then they can actually record what is going on with this heart-brain coherence. So we can change our perception and therefore our actions and make better decisions when we do these practices, when we do this meditation. They measure the heart rate variability, and this is like a frequency, and it helps us become resilient and more adaptable to change, to emotional changes. So once they measure something that comes down to 0.1 of a hertz, we know that the cranial brain and the heart brain are speaking to each other, and we have a coherence. Now we just need to make that coherence go outward into the field, outside of our bodies, so our intuition and adaptability can increase. So one thing that can be done while we're doing this heart-brain coherence as well, there's a few ways that we can really find the true answers. Our authentic self is always there. Sometimes we need to be able to find that. We can get all the guidance and all the help and all the therapy and counselling and read what we want to read to get guidance and get us on the path to find out what our true self is looking for, but no one else can give us the answers. We have to find that from within. We have to find the answers to the deep questions that we might have for ourselves. So we can go into pure consciousness states and find this, and we can also use a heart-brain coherence. Okay, so I've just made a few bullet points. There's a lot I want to cover. We can magnify gratitude, and also we can pray in this way. A lot of people talk about prayer. What's the true meaning of prayer? It's really about feeling the feeling and thinking the thinking as if it is already done. This is the way that prayer works. You can't, I pray for this to happen, or I pray for this outcome or something like that. It may or may not happen. So we want to actually become the end result, if you like. Feel the feeling as if it is already done, and then it will be so. This is how we say a prayer in the truest sense. So, okay. So we now know that through quantum physics, that if we collapse the wave function, then we can force the outcome of just about anything. Now, what does that mean? This involves a law of attraction. So we want something to happen, we make affirmations, we put the energy out there, but then we've got to also take action on these things. So, but right now, there's a global consciousness that's collectively collapsing this wave function, and it's to get what we want, what we need in all 7 areas of life, and what we want to come back to us. So if we want these type of things, these feelings of joy, appreciation and gratitude, love, and it can be to do with finance and wealth, career, relationships, any sort of area. If we want that to come to us and come back to us, that's what we've got to put out there first. We've got to take action on those sort of steps. So we can use, and in fact the world is, like I say, collapsing this wave function right now. Now we're creating a harmony and balance across the globe. And so the question is, what do you want to give out, and how do we do it? So first of all, we need to get into a heart-brain coherence state. So let's talk about that. I can talk you through this and you can do it right now, or you can take note, watch this later on, and go into this state of meditation later. First of all, we want to sit in a comfortable place or lie down and be comfortable. Take a few deep breaths and center yourself. Okay. Now we want to place our hand on our heart, okay, on the heart area. So as we know, where we direct our energy is, where our thoughts go. We're a thought, and now our hands go, or whatever else, we direct the energy there. The next step is to focus on the breathing. So I want you to focus on the breathing of actually breathing into the heart about the count of 5 and breathing out through the heart at about the count of 5. So in for 5, out for 5. So in this area then we're getting a nice calm. The wind's picking up, I hope it doesn't affect the microphone. We're getting a calmness, and we're going to get this heart rate variability, this frequency, this vibration that we're looking for. Once you're in this state, we're just breathing in and you have a nice relaxed state, then I want you to think the thinking and feel the feeling of something or someone or some event that has brought you joy. I want you to think of something or feel the feeling of gratitude, appreciation. Who are you thankful for? Is it yourself? Is there a love for yourself? Who or what are you thankful for and want to show appreciation for and gratitude for right at this moment? And feel that feeling, okay? You can also feel care and empathy for others. It might be this global feeling we have right now. I want to feel compassion, empathy and care for everyone on the planet, or groups of people within the planet, okay? And just simply send that feeling out into the field. Perceive with the heart, create this resilience to emotional change, and increase your adaptability, your agility, if you like, your agility of your mind, your agility of your emotions to adapt to situations. And then once we're doing, and we are doing this, the Heart Math Institute does this collectively as an invite, a global meditation to put this feeling out. And what's interesting is they have sensors mounted all over the earth that measure this stuff. They can measure the electromagnetic forces, they measure the electricity that's coming, and the vibration and frequency that's, believe it or not, coming from us humans. And that is what comes back to us. If you practice this meditation daily, practice your gratitude, okay, practice your joy, I guarantee that you will have change over time. You'll be amazed at what comes to you in your life. Okay, so thanks for watching. I want to talk a little bit more about this heart-brain coherence and other types of meditations. So stay tuned and keep watching. And thank you for watching. And in the meantime, take care and breathe smart.